Life is hard. That's what adults used to say. And I don't know if I really believed them when I was a kid. After all, I was just a kid. But I do know that what was difficult for me then is nothing compared to the challenges I face now. Heavy does not begin to describe the pain in my heart and in my body and what my life has become after the hard lessons. And I've had a few. I can tell you about loss. I understand sacrifice, and I know just how beautiful resignation can be to a weary soul. This tape is for the comeback kids and the underdogs, the heroes of trying, the dazzling children of divine suffering. What sight is more magnificent than witnessing a broken man or woman putting himself or herself back together again and again and again, armed only with fear and faith and absolute focus? Do you want the real truth about redemption? You can only cash in when there's nothing left. Isn't that ironic? When you're out of tickets, tokens, and money and answers. And those who are desperate for it, redemption, seeking with neither their eyes nor their hands nor their lips, they're not after riches. You can't fill the holes in your heart with stuff. They're after spiritual food, like hope, like peace, like patience and courage. It takes ugliness, and it takes honesty, and sometimes hopelessness to trade in the life you have now for the one in your dreams. If you want to transform your wants into needs, I need you to understand this. Vindication feeds on losses. You can't turn things around if you're unwilling to admit you're down, that you've lost the lead and out of contention, that you might not even have the heart to get back in the fight. Now, I'm not saying lose on purpose. Most times we don't. We're giving it our best effort. But one thing I know to be true is that our defeats direct us in a way our victories cannot. One way or the other, heartbreak will cleanse your ego, and you will be humbled. And it's how we look at those failures that will determine everything, especially the path we take next. Our hands and our feet carve the future we hold in our minds, not our hearts. You've known in your heart for the last 10 years that you have the gift, but you let your mind cripple you. You're in the same place you were 10 years ago. It's time you hunger for the breakdown. Run into the flames. Add wood to the fire burning in your soul. Debbie Ford says, our pain can be our greatest teacher. It leads us to places we'd never go on our own. So take responsibility for everything. Everything that you've done and haven't done, and save yourself from who you might have been had you not taken action against the pain, against the part of you that was scared, blind, discouraged, and faithless. In Hebrew, redemption is characterized as deliverance and as reclaiming things that have been sold as a debt. But you can't be delivered if you haven't been in bondage, even if it was at your own hands. You can't buy back the things you didn't spend the money for. You sold your dream for that salary. You gave up on your dream because it was hard. You made those vows because you were lonely. And guess what? It hasn't gotten any easier, has it? Any of it. And it won't. So, avenge yourself. Accept the hurt and the wasted time and all the stopping and starting you did. Sit in your suffering and atone for your laziness and excuses. All those times you blamed it on not having enough money or education or knowing the right people. Redemption is even in the Word of God. Psalm 78:35 states, and then they remembered that God was their rock and the Most High God their Redeemer. You may have sold it, your dream, but remember whose hands it went into. Redemption awaits you.